We've had vicious murders in the area with strange anomalies, young women going missing, turning up in an unbalanced mental state when they are found. Reports and sightings of a red-eye entity that seems to fit the profile.
Remember your creator in the days of your youth, before the days of trouble come. And the years approach and you will say, I find no pleasure in them. Ecclesiastes 12:1. Be aware and vigilant. We are but sheep, and evil has arrived.
Next week on The Poltergeist.
George! Jesus Christ! You're coming! You're coming for us! I know they've already got me! George, if we die here, I just want you to know I love your girlfriend and she loves me and we're very happy together. What? What are you talking about? I love your girlfriend, man! What? I love you.
Shut up, your mom's trying to sleep.
What? She's not our mom! Just because you married her doesn't mean we have to call her mom! It's still Susan!
Yeah, Greg!
Leave us alone!
Looked good, though.
It did look good. Does this look broken?
Oh, hell, it looks hella broke.
Awesome. Travel Channel's gonna love this.
Yeah.
That's next week on The Poltergeist, brought to you by Hardee's. Stop on in and try our signature Polter fries, served to you with a bucket of slop and an oopy-goopy rooster dick clamshell burger that's so gross, you love it. Hardee's.
Cruising deep space in my motorhome. I'm gonna find a new rockin' pocket there.
Our old listeners are well versed in what we've been talking about. We've been breaking this story coming out of Ludlow Falls. Multiple murders, women going missing, some coming back, they're in catatonic states. Where it starts is with a young man, an African American named Kenyon Jones. Now they said he's responsible for the murders of a couple of his friends and the abduction of a few girls. Now, where this thing just starts to stink rotten is when you actually look at the physical side of these murders. You look at the size of him. There's just no way that kid could do it.
Welcome back, callers. We have been getting some incredible stories about some different brothers out there that are checking their privilege. What can you do to check your privilege? What is your privilege? Well, being a white man in this world basically just means that you are better than everyone else or have it better than everyone else. There's lots of times I can't even walk into a Menards without them just offering me a low interest rate credit card, 0%.
An eerie sight on the edge of Ludlow Falls is a field where you will see a post painted bright red. A large black bell that is rung every time there is a sighting of this monster entity or whatever it is the locals are calling red. A very unsettling sound for those within earshot of that bell that warns the presence of this very entity. We have a very special guest that'll be joining us on Falls Talk AM, Dr. Arthur Gauntlet. He's a metaphysician, a demonologist, who also has a degree in religious studies.
Because I see him as kind of a social justice warrior. of some kinds. Just literally strangling sexism out of this country, which is absolutely just, I think, phenomenal work to me. I think I'm not pro guns, but if we could find a way just to have Red start using guns, I'd really expedite some of the problems and stuff that we're having. I'd love to take callers on this. Females only, please, for the first hour. You guys can mansplain some of those questions back to us later in the day. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
It's fascinating that when they see Red, they ring a bell as a warning sign. It says in Exodus that the sound of bells will be heard when he enters the holy place before the Lord and when he comes out, so that he will not die. Also, in Solomonic tradition of ritual magic, there's actually the bell of the art, which is used to both signal and drive away evil. So I just think it's very fascinating that these people started ringing this bell when Red would show up, because it just seems to speak to something just deep down in their DNA.
Now, flash forward, we got a young girl, Tina Adams. Now, I think she might be 105, 115 pounds, somewhere in there. And one of the most brutal, horrific murders. A man that she was with had his skull caved in. And this is blunt force. Now, when you look at her, once again, brought in, catatonic state, pretty convenient. They're like, nope, it's open, closed case. Nope, had to have been her. None of this is adding up.
I do think that it is a demon host. I think that whoever Red was originally, I think they didn't have a very good life. And for whatever reason, they gave themselves over to a demon. And when it came time to pay the piper, I think that toll was paid. And now that demon's riding roughshod in that poor soul's body.
John Baker, kidnapper, murderer. The issue with this is, does he have the size? Yes. They didn't tell you that the cops held him in interrogation for almost 12, 14 hours. No lawyer, no adult, nobody there to help him out. Why is that significant? They brought in a psychologist and they found out he had a IQ under 72. So they said that he's responsible for killing their beloved police captain, Captain Kerr. And it seems like this town is trying to go ahead and purge the blacks, the whores, and the retarded. They answer all these things with saying, well, simple society, we gotta get rid of them. The unwanted, the undesirables. We gotta get rid of them. They had to have done it. Couldn't have been any of us. We're as all pure as a damn driven snow. It's bullshit! We've seen this throughout history. It's a witch hunt to the likes of the Crucible.
This is it. This is the field where Kenyon Jones got caught by the police.
Yeah, because men who just committed a crime run right towards the police. That makes total sense.
Who knows? You want to go inside?
Can we?
Back door's probably open.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I think the English room is right up here to the right.
What happened in the English room?
That's where Kenyon killed Trevor.
Yeah, no. I don't think he could have done that. He was like 140 pounds.
Yeah, I can't even kill Trevor and Oswald acted alone.
Oh my god. That is gross.
It's gotta be the toilet Zach died at.
At least he died doing what he loved.
Right? This time he was getting the swirly though. Wow! This is the science room. This is where they filmed it.
This is where it happened.
Are you good? Are you okay? Go do this.
No!
Come on, man, I need you to pull yourself together.
Okay, yes.
Think about it this way, okay?
Yeah.
This is probably the craziest thing that's gonna happen tonight, okay?
Go! Basement!
The ghost picking them up and throwing them around?
Well, I mean, it wasn't necessarily a ghost. It's not that hard to stage.
How do you think they did it?
Well, I mean, if you just put a producer over there, tie it up with fishing line, pull at the same time on a cue word, looks like a big explosion, call it a ghost.
I don't know. It looked pretty real to me.
Well, the NASA moon landing looked pretty real. That sure as hell wasn't. It's the boiler room.
This is where the poltergeist found Brooke.
I know, I love that episode.
Me too.
Oh! What the
Talk!
Oh!
Talk!
No! Look! Oh!
Oh! Fucking! What the?
You've never caught a ghost on camera before.
That's not a fucking ghost, man!
What are you talking about?
Ghosts are see-through! You can see the wall if that was a ghost!
Oh,
she's
fuck.
fucking real! Oh
No! It's a real girl!
fuck! It's a fucking real girl. What do we do?
Wonder what she was on.
Must have had some good shit.
Must have.
Hey, I heard if you make fun of Tommy Mavis, he shows up as Red.
Red's not real.
Kind of like that old Bloody Mary joke. Say Bloody Mary in the mirror 3 times, shows up.
I actually did that, and that wasn't real either.
Could be.
Do it.
Okay. Tommy has no mommy. Why don't you go kill yourself in the woods again, pussy? Sneaky little bastard. What was that? Was that you?
It wasn't me! It's just an old building. I think someone's playing with fishing wire.
I don't think that's fishing wire.
So you have all these women that are in a weird fugue state after they see this thing. I absolutely believe it. You see, these women, they're not prepared to look that evil in the face. Because that is what they're looking at. They're looking at evil. And that changes a person. Maybe it doesn't kill women because some part of the soul of that poor unfortunate victim is still in there, keeping it from actually murdering women. That raises the question, though, which is more merciful, to kill the person or to let them suffer in a fugue dream state?
Therefore, just as sin came into the world through one man, and death through sin, and so death spread to all men because all sinned. For sin indeed was in the world before law was given. But sin is not counted where there is no law. Yet death reigned from Adam to Moses, even over those whose sinning was not like the transgression of Adam, who was a type of the one who was to come. But the free gift is not like the trespass. For if many died through one man's trespass, much more have the grace of God and the free gift by the grace of that one man, Jesus Christ abounded for many. Romans 5, verses 12 through 15.
Gustavus, I need you to go to Ludlow Falls. You will take Isaac with you. Have Isaac complete a report on your findings.
Isaac. Ludlow Falls.
What's up, party people? It's your boy, Young G-String. Now, before we get into it, make sure to smash that like button. We're gonna hit 25K soon, so make sure to smash it. Smash that like button. Now, let's get into another Tommy Mavis challenge. Here, we're doing a Tommy Mavis Ouija board challenge. Gee. Now, we're always looking for sponsors. We're looking at you, Ouija's boards. We just saw that you subscribed. So give us a Ouija board, Ouija's. All right, let's get into it. We're doing the Tommy Mavis Ouija board challenge. You know what that means? We're gonna summon Tommy Mavis, AKA Red, using our new Ouija board that we made. Check out my Patreon. Exclusive content to see how we built this. Bing.
We got breaking news coming out of Ludlow Falls. The missing people we've been covering, to our understanding, have been located. And they have been located at the Ludlow Falls Junior High School there. From an unofficial report from our men on the ground, it's a real nightmare scene.
So I'm on my tractor driving, and you know, I got some time to kill because it's a tractor, it's slow as fuck. And I just happened to look up when I was passing by that old junior high school,
Yep.
right?
Uh-huh.
Saw a commotion up there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Way
yeah.
up top?
Yeah. Didn't know what it was, so I called it in. Didn't give my name because, you know, don't want to get involved. Don't want to get blamed for shit that ain't my problem.
Wasn't that where that Cindy Schlossman girl, she took that feller's life?
Oh shit, that was Cindy?
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know she had a boyfriend. She wouldn't give me even the time of day.
Oh, well, that's the damnedest thing. No, I called it in, and they asked me for my name, and I told them I didn't want to give them my name.
Yeah. So what'd you tell them?
I told them, they're like, sir, you know, you're reporting this, what's your name? And I said, Andy.
Andy what?
Anti-Semitic.
Now, how this works is I'm gonna put my hands on the Ouija here. I'm gonna ask a question, see if any spirits are with us. Tommy Mavis may be in our presence. I'm gonna ask him a question, and we'll see. What's he gonna say? Is he straight gonna say deuces? Is he gonna answer my yer or nah question? Or is he gonna say swag, SWEG? Man, this reminds me of my gaming setup. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, where my streaming schedule is whenever my mom doesn't interrupt me. I always want dino nuggies. Just bring in the dino nuggies. Let me eat my dino nuggies. I want a Twitch stream. All right, back to the video. So how this is gonna work, I'm gonna put my hands on the Ouija, and we're gonna call out to Tommy using the magic words. The Tommy, who has no mommy. Are you with us today? Tommy Mavis? Are you with? Bro, that's not me. That's not me. Oh my God. Tommy Mavis is with us. Tommy Mavis. Whoa. Now that we know that Tommy Mavis is among us, work with me, YouTube algorithm. Let's ask him a question. Was I really being flirtatious with my girlfriend's younger sister? Tommy, what do you think? Well, nah. See, babe, Tommy doesn't think so either. Shout out to my girlfriend for being my camera op. Love you, babe. Now, Tommy Mavis, do you want to join the G-String Army? I knew Tommy was a loser anyway. He already got G-Strung. with a rope on a tree. Now thanks for joining us today. Now remember, subscribe to G-String Gaming. We'll pull out some more Red content, some more Tommy Mavis content coming soon. G, peace, G-String, Army. G-String.
Cindy Schlossman is in custody now at the Ludlow Falls Police Station and has been formally charged in the murder of Caleb Grant. The Ludlow Falls Police Department has announced that they will be holding a formal press conference on this case tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Thank you all for being here. We have Cindy Schlossman in our custody, and she is a suspect in the homicide of Caleb Grant. We will be transferring her to St. Dipna Hospital for evaluation with Dr. Bashiri.
You know, the bigger thing is I as a straight white man will say I'd love to see more and more of us be gay. I've actually have always hoped that I could be gay. I tried really, whenever I brush my teeth, I brush my tongue really hard, and it still just doesn't quite do it for me. And some of you men that are really, really worried about, this red person coming and killing you, I would say to simply try the gay agenda. Try, putting your buddy in your mouth and just seeing if, maybe this doesn't help you. He might be walking down the street coming to strangle you. Suddenly his little gaydar goes off and he's like, this was one of the good guys.
Caleb Grant, the Ludlow Falls man that was found dead at the old Ludlow Falls Junior High, was laid to rest today after a widely attended service at St. Simeon Church.
Cindy Schlossman is the young woman that was formally charged with the homicide of Grant and is currently under psychiatric evaluation under Dr. J. Bashiri at St. Dipna Mental Institution.
No, I'm not concerned about Cindy Schlossman. I mean, she's here in my facility. You are aware of my credentials, yes. I have more degrees than anyone in this field. I'm a doctor of psychiatry, etc., etc. I don't really have the time to list all of them, but she will get the best care that she can in this country because it is with me that she is here. So she will get the help. She'll be okay. I'm not concerned whether she is guilty or not guilty. She will leave here better than she was prior, as they all have.
How is your therapy going? How's your therapist doing? You should be in therapy. Every therapist needs a therapist. Dr. Cusmano needs a therapist. She left this place and it wasn't because of me. It's because everybody in here, she couldn't handle this place. It's a goddamn mess. And you're just swimming in it. You're not gonna last a month. You're not cut out for this. I shouldn't even be in here. I relapsed once and they throw me back in. Like, that's fair. I've run through my backyard naked a couple times. No big deal. They send me back here, throw me in the loony bin. Dr. Cusmano was great. She's very nice, but she left. And she left because this place is a hellhole. Not because of the people here, because it's a hellhole. You're now the captain of the hellhole. Get used to it. You're not gonna be able to ride it out.
Why is there a rampant spread of mentally troubled women having issues in this area? Well, we have to deal with lesser educated men than I on a very regular basis, but mental illness is not at you or I's behest. It exists, it's omnipresent. There's nothing we can do about it except acknowledge it and try to properly diagnose it and take care of it. And there is nobody that is more qualified, with more degrees and ability to help these women than I am. So I am here to help, because none of you are capable or will.
How has it been going? Are you fucking serious, doctor? You put me in this fucking shithole when you know nothing about my trauma that got me here? You stuff me in padded rooms. You come here all high and mighty with your bow tie like you're something. After they fucking took those nice fucking doctors away from us, and you wanna ask me how my treatment's going? What are you gonna do for me? I wanna know. You can't fix the fucked up that I am. And I can promise that. You're some lowlife who got his degree probably online, and you have the nerve to come in here acting like some high and mighty intellectual. But really, you're some lowlife fuck whose mommy doesn't love him.
Yes, I am aware that a number of women that have received treatment at my exceptional facility have gone on to then seek employment at the Gentleman's Cabaret Club in town. That is called Crazy Girls. And I am to understand that that is something that you all consider to be humorous. So not only are they mentally ill and had to seek treatment for them, but a line of work available to them was sex work, and then you shamed them for that. It is no wonder that we have such an abundance of mental health issues with young women in this town, and thank whoever that I am here to help them. Exceptionally educated and capable of doing this, and none of you are, and they're all going to be pushed in my direction, so I guess it is what it is, and I will give them the help they need and hope that you don't inflict any further trauma upon them.
I don't really know how I got here. I just woke up here one day. I was, I guess, inebriated and walking around a hotel lobby with my butt out, which, I mean, if I get inebriated, that tends to happen. There was a bunch of old guys watching me, and I don't know. I mean, look at me. If you had an ass like this, like, I just want it poked sometimes. You know, like, that bow tie is really doing something for me right now.
Do any of the high schools in the area teach Latin? No. Does the local university or community college offer a program in Latin?
Our language programs are pretty limited.
Is there a church that still teaches a traditional mass?
In Latin? I think there's one about 100 miles away, a Catholic church. I think they still do a couple masses.
Do you speak Latin?
I learned it in seminary.
Do you teach anything in Latin or have any sermons in Latin?
No, it's pretty much a dead language.
It is a dead language. But Tiffany Perdidas, a young woman that was missing for a few days, apprehended on Gravel Road, found, brought into St. Dipna Hospital, and was speaking Latin fluently. Did not know it before. We have a Brooke Estes. Young woman went missing after her sister's wedding. She was found by the poltergeist in that famous episode I'm sure you've seen at the old junior high building in the boiler room. When they brought her into care, she was speaking Latin. There were strange things drawn on the chalkboards when she was there, but she was in a crazed state, and the only thing she could communicate was words in Latin. It was noted by a nurse there that knew some Latin. We have Arnella Moore. Young woman went missing, was found in the basement of a downtown building, running around the basement, crazed, in an altered state, speaking Latin. We had Abby, a social worker. When she was in the care of St. Dimna Hospital under Dr. Cusmano, she was in a padded room. Many reports of her speaking a foreign language. Cusmano, before she resigned, Dr. Cusmano wrote her notes speaking Latin, repeating a phrase in Latin. We also have Michaela, nursing student. When she was found, she was at the downtown hotel lobby. She was half naked, in the floor, on a fetal position when she was found. When they brought her into care at St. Dimna, she was speaking Latin. We also had Tina Adams, recent suspect of the murder. The girl who smashed her boyfriend's face in, which, if you can explain to me how a girl of 105 pounds has the physical strength to smash a man's skull, I could explain the Holy Trinity better, because the physics does not work. But she was brought into custody, was missing for a few days, brought into custody by Detective Smith and Captain Corey Kerr. And when they brought her into custody, they put in the notes, speaking a foreign language, later determined that it was Latin.
Ad dominum adestum, cave malum.
The demon is here. Evil will come.
Latin is a language of evil.
You came back for me? I'll always come back for you, Tommy. Are you my guardian angel?
Something like that. I used to be an angel. And then I was cast far away. And that hurts, doesn't it, Tommy? It hurts to not be part of something anymore. The people in this town, they're very cruel. They don't want to include you. It is a sin to be cruel to little boys like you, Tommy. There is only one thing that teaches people like that to not be cruel anymore. Well, one thing that works. They need to be punished, Tommy. They need to feel the pain that they inflict. Don't you want to punish the sinners? One day, when you're older, I'm gonna show you how to be so powerful that you're gonna be able to punish everyone in this town that was mean to you. You are gonna be so strong that you are going to be able to show all of those people to be nice. You can teach the whole town how to be nice, Tommy. Isn't that what you want?
Would like to talk to you about a young man in this community that committed suicide, Tommy Mavis. Looked through the files with your state and found many examples of neglect and abuse within the foster care and custody that he was forced to endure. I've also looked through the school records. Shows above average aptitude, basic skills testing. Actually, bright young man. But I see subpar grading, which leads me to believe there was neglect and abuse at school as well. And need to complete a full report. But we know what is happening here. I just want to say the manner in which you treated this boy is sinful.
Again, that's the wrong answer. I don't have all day. It's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not that hard.
You're filthy. You can't play with us.
Why is everyone so cruel, Tommy? No one should be allowed to be cruel to a good little boy like you.
Look at ya. You're so dirty. You're gross.
I I could never be cruel to you. I love you. And I will always be here for you.
Your parents not afford you any new clothes?
Look at your boots. They're old. They have holes in them.
Your pants are too short for your legs.
And then, one day, when you're old enough, I can show you a way to be so strong that you can punish all these people.
Yeah, Tommy has no mommy. Tommy has no mommy. Tommy has no mommy. Tommy has no mommy. Tommy has no.
To punish all the sinners. Don't you think God would want that? To punish all the sinners?
The trial of farmhand and local simpleton John Baker began today. He is charged in the homicide of Police Captain Kerr. Baker's defense called for a change of venue, which was promptly declined. Mr. Tate, the public defender for Baker, was quoted as saying, "They didn't care about justice, but only wanted a scapegoat."
What's up, party people? It's your boy, G-String Army, shout out. Look, I got some good news for you and I got some bad news for you. Good news, we're coming back, you asked for it, some more Tommy Mavis content. Tommy Mavis Red coming back at you. Some bad news, I lost a lot of money in a crypto pump and dump scheme, but we're coming back. We're here in my mom's, in my bathroom, and we're gonna do the Tommy Mavis Mirror Challenge. You've heard of Bloody Mary? We're gonna do the Tommy Mavis version. Let's go. All right, my girlfriend's gotta go pick up her little sis at the after prom. Hey, can you tell her that she looked great in that dress? I think soccer practice is really worth. Whoa.
Maybe that John Baker feller did.
Well, you know, he's kind of a big feller there. He was over 7 feet tall. But, you know, I had him helping out down there on my farm. And just a gentle giant. Not a bad bone in his body. No.
Yeah.
Maybe he had one bad bone in his foot, but a gentle giant.
All right, so you guys are aware of the Bloody Mary challenge. This time we're gonna summon Tommy Mavis, saying those magic words. Now, before I do this, make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit the like button. We need 25K. All right, we're gonna say the magic words. Ready? It's about that time. 3 a.m. is when you're supposed to do the Tommy Mavis challenge. Tommy has no mommy. He's supposed to appear somewhere. The lights are flickering. I think it's working. Make sure to like. No, where is he? All right, the lights are back on. Where's Tommy? Ah! Oh my God. I can't believe we just got Tommy. We just got Red. Oh my God. That's him.
Yeah, you know, I mean, something, you know, foot problem that could lead to, you know, anger issues or something. Maybe. I mean, maybe he's like Lenny, wanted to, you know, just pet the rabbits too much, and he just got wild, and maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It doesn't feel right, you know.
No.
Doesn't feel like a.
No good.
No. Nah, that don't work at all. That don't track. Dog won't hunt.
Wait a second.
You just got pranked.
Bro. It's just my roommate, Little Granny Penny.
It's your boy, Little Granny Penny. Go subscribe to my channel. I do pranks.
Holy, you just got me, bro. So bad.
You're so good. Bro, seriously, subscribe to my channel. Last week, like, we pushed down an old lady. So sick.
It was absolutely epic. All right, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, hit that notification bell for more Tommy Mavis content. All right, catch you on the flip side.
Oh my God! Stanley! Fuck off! Hey! Fuck! phone on silent while
Stanley from the Poltergeist here.
And George of the Poltergeist fame as well.
Oh, yes, they're calling to see if we can do another episode.
Oh, sure, I think we could fit that into our schedules. Money.
Yes, we're actually chasing a ghoulie right now as we speak. The name of the ghoulie, Frank. Glenn. You want us to go where for the next episode?
Brazil.
You want us to go where?
San Francisco.
Ludlow Falls?
Stanley, we can't go back to Ludlow Falls because of Red was there and it's real and it's...
You think I don't remember that? We mustn't show our fear.
We are strong men.
Yes, no, we actually can't go to Ludlow Falls. We're completely booked that day. You didn't specify a day.
Oh, God. Well, what day? Yeah, we're busy that day.
No, okay, fine. Truth be told, last time we were in Ludlow Falls, George played a little slapdash under the covers with the mayor's daughter.
Yes!
And impregnated the mayor's cow.
What?
He impregnated the mayor's cow.
Yes, I did that. I did.
Did you?
I did.
So you see, the mayor kicked us out. He said, legally, we cannot step foot on the sacred grounds of Ludlow Falls. Oh, okay. So we don't have to go.
Yes!
Pleasantly splendid indeed. Oh, sorry. I've got a call on the other line. One moment.
This is Abigail, contacting you about your car warranty.
No, yeah, we don't actually have a car. Thank you, though, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right.
Bye.
We're talking about a lack of mental health funding that is happening all across here in the United States, and we're seeing more and more cases. Our friend Red, there people are throwing insane and bipolar and those kind of words around at him, and we're seeing more and more of these children that are bringing guns to school that they're finding out are antisocial and have all these other different behaviors. And we're able to make all these big huge football stadiums in every town, but for some reason we're closing down mental health facilities left and right, and then our homeless are just crowded the streets. You can't even get into the studio without walking past 6 or 7 homeless men and pretending like you don't have change. It is just absolutely mind-boggling, just the lack of awareness that is out there.
The state has announced more cuts to mental health funding in the upcoming budget that will definitely have an impact on St. Dymphna Hospital. The bed count for mentally ill in this state is among the lowest percentage in the nation. We have reached out to famed Dr. Jay Bashiri for comments on the recently announced cuts.
I apologize for my disheveled appearance today. The state has continued to defund me further. I've lost 2 doctors who did not feel that they were up to the task of working with their admittedly limited means. But on my worst day, which is clearly today, I am 10 times the doctor that they could ever dream of being. So I'm still here. I will continue giving these people the help they need to the best of my abilities, which are significant.
Oh my God, would you shut up? Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit what you think. You guys are serving us like 6 fucking servings of Jell-O a day. Do you know how degrading that is? And it's the orange shit, so it's really chalky and like charcoaly and it's worse than hospital Jell-O. Like hospital Jell-O is lime and like that's terrible, but orange Jell-O is worse. And also, my roommate is a bedwetter, and I'm pretty sure the orderly is getting off on it. Like, children wet the bed. Do you know how disgusting that is for like someone to be getting off on that? Oh my God, and don't get me started on like you. You are the worst. You suck. You don't do anything. You sit there and you look all smug and like try to mansplain crazy to me. This is a loony bin. I'm taking back that word. I'm crazy. Loony bin, nut hut. This is the nut hut and you're living in it, you're working in it, and you're breathing in it, but you're failing.
Yes, individual sessions are going wonderfully. Why wouldn't they be? They're getting the best possible care they ever possibly could. Am I saying that I'm God? No, of course not, but I am ordained by God with the best abilities of anyone in this country to give these women the best care that they possibly can get. I have the utmost confidence in my ability to fully heal them and discharge them into the world as productive, positive, mentally well human beings.
In 7th grade, there was this boy, Tommy. He was adopted. His real mom and his real dad just left him. And he was in foster care, and he didn't really bathe. He didn't take care of himself. I felt really bad for the guy, but you get caught up in the semantics of everything else going on, and we picked on him. It's not right. It's not who I am today. But in 7th grade, we would pick on him. We'd say, Tommy has no mommy. I don't know why I would say that in the padded room, though. I've identified that, who I was in 7th grade isn't who I am now. It's not me as a person. I was a child. I was just fitting in with the other crowds. Why would I be saying that in a padded room? That doesn't make sense. That's something that I did years and years and years ago. Why would I be doing that? That's not like me. Tommy has no mommy. Help me understand.
About that. I am not a bedwetter, but I do enjoy watching that big black buck orderly get off on that. Those soiled sheets just do something to him, and it does something to me. And he gives me extra muffins and Jell-O, which he can keep the Jell-O because it fucking sucks. But I wonder what it'd be like to be pissed on with only a bow tie. Have you ever tried it? It'd be pretty fun, I bet.
Kind of hot that she has braces on her teeth. You know what I mean? Kind of like a junior high chick. Actually, I had her in math class when she was younger. Oof. She had that body in 8th grade. Better yet, next year I get her younger sister. Do you know across the pond, the age of consent? 15 in France, 14 in Germany. Now that's a metric system I can get behind. Say, I like a little hair down there, a little grass on the playing field. So, detective, Cindy Schlossman, a little crazy, a little hot, but that was a fun arrest. Ludlow Falls, full of hot, crazy chicks.
Cheers to that, for no reason. Look at my life from a livid dub. That bitch told me that she can't get enough. She's sucking on it like a sippy cup, and your bitch ain't bad, she can't get it up. Cause I roll it up and I chief it. I do whatever I see fit. Got your bitch wet, guess I'm seasick. If I hit a lick, you ain't see shit. Don't make me go change my demeanor. I put a hole in this femur. I turn this bitch to a dreamer.
Hey, how about some ID?
No.
I'm reaching out to you, I'm trying to help you understand. I've searched for happiness here and all across the land. Been feeling sick of shit, I'm high and I don't wanna land. And I know losing me was never really in your plans. Just carry on, stay strong like I know you can. And I'm sorry if you're feeling that the door's been slammed. Look to the sky, think of me when you need a hand. If you're talking to the wall, just know I'm listening. I'm reaching out to you, I'm trying to help you understand. I've searched for happiness here and all across the land. Been feeling sick of shit, I'm high and I don't wanna land. And I know losing me was never really in your plans. Just carry on, stay strong like I know you can. And I'm sorry if you're feeling that the door's been slammed. Look to the sky, think of me when you need a hand.
Could you tell me about the death of a young man about 2 years ago? His name's Tommy Mavis.
You took some of my heart, feeling I could have saved you had I played a part. Now mentally for me is where you really made your mark. I speak for all
I was the officer that found him.
that you left too soon. If we were all together,
He hung himself. Suicide. My God. Kid had a horrible life.
Where's his body interred?
There's a small grave for him, but we never found his body. I went to call in the location for the coroner. He was gone.
Anything else out of the ordinary?
The smell. There was a strange smell.
Was it sort of like rotten eggs? Like sulfur?
Yeah, that's it. There was a suicide note written in parchment too. Never seen that before.
What did it say?
Mihi undecta ego retroba.
Vengeance is mine. I shall repay. Romans 12:19.
Can you tell us where this tree is?
Please, stop.
Nine? Are you serious? How many times do we have to go over this? We've been over this 1,000,000 times. The days of Dick and Jane connecting dots and coloring in the lines are over. Maybe your parents can go help you out. Oh, that's right. Don't have mom and dad at home. I can see why with answers like this. Do it again.
The body of Ludlow Falls middle school teacher Chester Franklin was found in an alleyway downtown in Ludlow Falls early this morning. The authorities have not released any details in regards to the apparent homicide and are currently asking for anyone that may have information on Chester Franklin that would be helpful in their ongoing investigation.
We got another story coming out of the Ludlow Falls area. This time it is a teacher found in an alley outside of a gentleman's club. Once again, bludgeoned, strangled. No suspect has been identified. The search is ongoing. So at this point, if I have anybody out there with family there, or if you're there, get out. Get out of that town. Because one of two things are gonna happen. You're gonna wind up the next victim, or you're gonna wind up the next suspect. And either one of those things winds up the exact same way.
Yeah, that middle school teacher that was killed, and I found out behind the back of the strip club. Yeah, I think he was a little Lester, if you know what I mean. You know, hitting on those young girls like that. You know, I think we've all had a teacher like that too in school. Well, just a little bit strange, hitting all the young girls. Yeah, I think he had it coming.
Oh, that creepy middle school teacher, Mr. Franklin? Yeah, well, I caught him looking at my daughter in band practice. I mean, I get it if she was hot, but she plays the tuba. I mean, for real, I'm glad he's dead.
News from the Baker trial today. Key witness for the defense was ruthlessly grilled by the prosecution. Helen Studert, a parishioner at the same church that Baker attended, was driven to almost tears as she testified on his behalf.
Gustavus, you and Isaac go to the land that the policeman talked about. I want you to bless the land. And after that, have Isaac burn the tree. Gustavus, you are my best paladin. You shine with the light of our Lord. We have fought these sorts of evil for centuries, and I am unsettled by how much all the evil is in this new world. Peace be with you.
And with you, Your Excellency.
John Baker has been found guilty today of the murder of Police Captain Corey Kerr. The jury took only 2 hours before rendering a verdict. John Baker will continue to be held in custody by the Ludlow Falls Police Department awaiting sentencing.
John Baker, the Ludlow Farms man charged in the death of beloved Police Captain Kerr, was found guilty on all charges today. The jury delivered the verdict after deliberating for only 20 minutes. Judge Nichols sentenced Baker to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Caller, you're on.
Yeah, I want to make a call. I'm a farmer from the North Edge. I've called you before. I actually believe the doctor's right about this. I don't believe John Baker killed Captain Kerr. I don't believe Tina Adams has any way of killing that boyfriend of hers. And there's no way Kenyon Jones was able to murder those kids at the junior high. I think the idea that there is a monster terrorizing us is the most logical jump to conclusion at this point.
Wow, it's crazy that we have to live in a world where monsters are more believable than cutting edge forensics. All right, we're going to go ahead and end our show on that.
Ludlow Falls weather forecast brought to you by Gervich Chemical Company. And we can continue to expect mild weather. The trees and vegetation will begin to bud in the upcoming weeks for a very lovely springtime for Ludlow Falls.
John Baker, the Ludlow Falls farmer who was convicted of the murder of beloved Police Captain Kerr, will be transferred today to St. Gerard State Prison, where he will serve out his life sentence.
It's time.
Tommy, when I make you powerful, bad men are going to come. They're going to hurt you, and they're going to send me away. They've sent me away before, Tommy. It'll be large men, 2 of them. In black suits, with black hats, and they're going to try to hurt you. But you will be too strong. They are not going to know how powerful you are. And you are going to be able to stop them. And they won't be able to send me away again. I don't want to be sent away. Tommy, I want to stay here with you. You won't let them do that, will you?
I won't let the bad man hurt you. I will smash them. I will send them away. Because you are going to be the most powerful host that I have ever had. Together we will punish the sinners.
The remains of 2 men were found this morning in a wooded area near the north edge of Ludlow Falls. Police have not been able to identify the men and have not released any information in regards to the possible homicide of these men.
If you have information in regards to this bizarre finding, please contact the Ludlow Falls Police Department at 319-277-3962.
The identity of the men has not been released, and the Ludlow Falls Police Department have declined to make any statements or comments on this mysterious case.
We have 2 new bodies. Large bodies dressed in black, unidentified, bludgeoned, same style, all this. The other reports, the stuff that we've been digging into, which at times it comes off, like fantasy. Like the kind of crap they play on this channel late at night. Weirdly enough, they're covering these people. They have a report of a red-eyed Luciferian beast living out in the woods. And there's been talk of Gervich Chemical Company trying to cover up a spill. Now, if we wind up having some sort of toxic mutation and they have their own Gervich chemical golem, this is more believable at this point than the black guy, the whore, and the retard. Oh, this just stinks. We can't get through this without each other's help. So I'm gonna open up the calls. You know anything about this, you got anything that's not speculation, I don't care, call it in. We gotta figure this thing out. We gotta do the footwork. You're gonna be the ones who are gonna answer this crime. This is our call to help. This is our call to freedom. And this call for the fallen.
This town is going to hell. There's crazy women running around. Men are getting their heads bashed in. It's either super meth or one of those Gervich chemicals in the water. You don't know what they're making out there. My sister worked there. She had a kid. He's half black. They're both white. Tell me, how did that happen? It's Gervich Chemical Company, I bet.
Yeah, and those 2 dead guys, who are they? I've never met them people in my life. I don't know anybody around here that knows them. They're just 2 dead guys. They look like a pro Amish wrestling team. For all we know, it could be the Flying Yoders.
It's sort of interesting that we found those 2 unidentified men dead out in the woods there, isn't it? No one had seen them before, and they're all in black, in clothing that had no tags, and they had no ID. Who do you think they were? I'll tell you who I think they were. I think they were from some secret order, possibly the Knights of Longinus, who deal with this sort of thing. I think maybe this time their luck ran out, and I think Red got them. I guarantee you, though, this is all going to be hush-hush pretty soon. It's going to fall out of the news cycle, and if you do see anything about it, it'll be on like page 5 of the local newspaper.
Many of these women that have been under my care are set to be discharged and released in the very near future. They have completed their treatment, and why wouldn't they have? I'm Dr. Jay Bashiri, and I am the best psychiatrist, therapist, and help that they could possibly receive in this country. I have the utmost confidence in them returning to society. In other cultures that may be less monotheistic than ours, with possibly better funding, one could say that my abilities are godlike, yes. You are welcome.
You smug fuck.
And so what that tells me is that the Nut Hut needs some new members for its trail mix, and you don't have enough, so you're gonna push the crazies out to get some more crazies in. And then you're gonna take all the credit for it. You're gonna sit here and you're gonna take all the credit. You're gonna tout yourself as this amazing therapist who does all these wonderful things for all of these women when you didn't do shit. My roommate, the bedwetter, she brought me some perspective. Like, I learned more from her than I learned from you. A bedwetter, someone who pisses the bed.
I feel okay. I feel pretty good. I can't guarantee that that's not gonna happen again. Me being inebriated in public with my butt out, tits, pussy, whatever it may be. But I really want to see you outside of this institute. Like Tucker Carlson, nothing but a bow tie, and I will fucking soil that shit.
You know, in the time that I've been here, I've had a lot of time to reflect on my own traumas. You know, I didn't really realize that, like, maybe picking on someone in 7th grade that, you know, now that he's killed himself, you know, now that we're adults, like, maybe that's a big part of why I'm here. There's a lot of self-identification that needed to be done. I couldn't live with myself knowing that Tommy killed himself after my friends and I were extremely mean to him in middle school. I'm sure there's other personal traumas that I've worked through while I'm here as well. We all have them. We've talked about this in the past. You know, we all have demons. We all have skeletons in our closet, doctor. But yeah, I'm very happy to leave, and I think that my treatment has been extremely successful, and I really look forward to being a contributing member to society when I exit. So, thank you.
In just a few hours here, setup and preparations in downtown Ludlow Falls will begin for the 3rd annual Gervich Chemical Company Spring Carnival. Gervich Chemical Company has continued expansion on the new facility and have announced that the year's carnival will be the best one yet.
Okay, we've been getting lots of calls this morning about our friend here over at the other station. Won't even say his name, treat him like Lord Voldemort. But he's over there, and I get sent this video. He's just going off about, oh, they're making all the frogs gay, and you can't believe it. And I just, for one, I was appalled. I personally am a huge fan of the number of frogs that are, more and more frogs are coming out. More and more frogs are feeling safe and comfortable at home. On their lily pads, and it's what they want to do. If they want to say ribbit, ribbit, and if they want to flop around and catch flies, that's fine. If they want to say hop, hop, and catch guys, that is fine too. Personally, I like seeing a little bit more diversity in our wetlands.
Dollar, you're on.
Yeah, farmer again from the north edge side of Ludlow Falls. I maybe this curse is over. Last time I heard the bell ring, last time we had a sighting was the night those 2 unidentified men were murdered. Since then, not a sighting. Cattle seem back to normal. I've not heard the bell in 2 months, and that is a welcome silence in our side of town.
You know, you see them fellers in those music videos and those movies, and they take their handguns and they're shooting sideways. And they never seem to hit anything, but they go through a lot of ammo. I just don't get it. I don't get it why they're shooting right.
That don't make no goddamn sense. I mean, you can't hit shit. I mean, hell, you shoot like this, you're gonna lose all your ergonomics, man.
Yep, and I think they just suck. I think they just miss everything they shoot at too. They just lay it down and they just shoot at everything and they never hit anything.
So you mean we don't have to go?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. If you were here, I'd kiss your chaps.
Oh, and I do think I'll do that as well. Sorry, I got uttermouth from the cow.
Did you fuck the cow? You fuck the cow. Jesus fucking Christ. He hung up.
Oh. I could not go back there if you paid me $1 million bucks.
If I had to go back to Ludlow Falls, I would, I don't know, chop off my head with a razor blade.
Yes. I'd love to see you try. I don't need to see any real ghosts, okay? I'm fine doing this.
Just the thought of it.
Yeah.
Well, should we do the next?
Yeah.
I'm going to pull up a different background.
Back to the different, okay.
Yeah, so this one is going to be one that
goblins and ghouls.
I think you might actually like. Let me just.
All right, hit me with it.
All right, and.
Oh. Stanley, I want to live in this world forever now.
George, it's not real.
Goodbye, my friend.
George, you know it's not real, right?
I'm coming, baby!
George, it's not.
Oh, no!
It's not real.
And it looks like the rain will just miss us this weekend. We will have scattered cloud cover and temperatures will be in the low 70s into the evening. This will make for a spectacular weekend for the Gervich Chemical Company Spring Carnival.
The bodies of 2 young men were found on the north edge of Ludlow Falls earlier this morning, and a young woman has also been reported missing. Detective Smith with the Ludlow Falls Police Department will be releasing a statement to the press this afternoon. Jamie Dolium, age 23 from Ludlow Falls, was reported missing earlier this week, and authorities are asking anyone with information to please contact the Ludlow Falls Police Department.
We are not able to comment on the bodies that was found in the woods.
What about that video they found?
No further questions.
You know what the Tommy Mavis challenge is. You say Tommy 3 times, and red appears. Sponsor me, Pit Viper, you know what that means. You know, before we can find red, you know what you gotta do? You gotta smash that like button. Smash it 25,000 times. We're on that quest to 25K. You know what that means? We're trying to find red.
Babe, how much longer do we have to do this? This is ridiculous.
Babe, the hustle don't stop.
This isn't
you know
real.
What? I've been telling you, the hustle, we're trying to get that Lambo. We're getting that Lambo, baby. We're here at this haunted pipe where allegedly Tommy Mavis, also known as Red, sleeps. Come on, we're gonna do the Tommy Mavis challenge. Now, smash that like button if you want me to do it right now. Let's do it. Tommy, Tommy, Tommy has no mommy, mommy, mommy.
Man, I don't think it worked.
Gosh. He's got to be close.
They said he'd come through the pipe, right?
Yeah.
Huh. Well,
I can't believe we got Red on camera. We made it out alive. Remember, subscribe to our paid tier to see us come back at night at the witching hour, 3:33 a.m. Let's go. Was that a good take?
yeah, that looked fantastic.
Let's go.
Okay. Piece of shit's broken. Got some dirt stuck in the wheel here to turn it off. Won't shut off.
Oh no.
We'll just have to wait for it to die.
Hey guys, how'd that look?
Looks great.
Bro, that was the sickest take I've ever seen.
Thanks,
Let's
man.
go, bro.
This thing is disgusting, though. Jesus. Are we done?
I think so. I think we got the take.
That's ridiculous. I can't believe that we gotta... Oh, it's in my nose. Burlap. Why would anything, like, want to wear a burlap sack? What the... Oh!
Hey, is this a joke? This isn't funny. What are you guys doing?
Maybe some evils can't be defeated by man. maybe some evils are elemental, like a force of nature, like what do you have out here? Tornadoes? Yeah, maybe it's like a tornado, you know? You just try to take cover and pray that it doesn't get you. Maybe some evil can't be defeated by man. Maybe some evil is just too powerful and only God can take care of it. Maybe it's like a force of nature, you know? Maybe it's like divine wrath being called down, like on Sodom and Gomorrah. Maybe it's some sort of divine punishment for the sinfulness of the area.
But if we walk in the light, as He is in the light, we have fellowship with one another. And the blood of Jesus, His Son, cleanses us from all sin. We say we have no sin, we deceive ourselves. And the truth is not in us. If we confess our sins, He is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. John 1, 7 through 9.